And welcome. My name is Elisa Di Napoli. I am a holistic clinical hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, and mindset coach, as well as an author. And I've decided in these very challenging times to do the best I can to be of service to all that need it. So this is video 2 of a series of 3 videos that are meant to help you with anxiety, emotional distress, panic. So the first video that I made explained how to diffuse panic. So if you haven't seen it, then go back and watch that one now. Otherwise, today I want to talk about how to use EFT, which stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, to help with anxiety and emotional distress and managing a crisis. So as I said in my previous video, I help people with anxiety all the time in my sessions, and I help myself as well, because of course, just like anyone else, I sometimes suffer from anxiety. And so in a recent episode, when I was freaking out about this pandemic, I had to use these techniques on myself. So I want to share with you EFT and how you can use it to help yourself in a time of emotional distress. And this distress could be anxiety or even panic, or it could be, not being able to sleep at night, worrying too much, or even suffering a loss and feeling forlorn, which is, of course, a normal response. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an overview of what, not of what EFT is, because you can find out about that online, also on my site, hypnotichealing.co.uk/EFT. But I think a better use of this time together would be to actually practically show you how to use it, what it is, and actually give you a demonstration of what to do. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. Sometimes it's also called tapping, and the reason for that is that we're tapping different points in the body. Now, I could go into, who created this and why does it work. The thing is, we don't really know why it works, but I think it's kind of irrelevant right now. If it does work, then why not just use it? If not, there's other techniques we can use, and I will be sharing some of them in the next video as well. So first of all, these tapping points, what are they? Where are they? First of all, the first one is the karate chop point. So what you do is you tap lightly on the side of the hand, like so. And this is the first point that we always tap. And I'll explain in a moment what we do when we tap. Then the other points are going to be top of the eyebrows, just where the bone is, side of the eye, underneath here where the bone is, under the eye socket, just lightly, you don't have to press really hard, and here under the nose, and the chin, collarbone, and underneath the armpit. If you're a woman, is basically where the bra strap is. Some people use different points on the hand, top of the head. You can totally use those as well if you know them. But today we'll keep it simple, right? So what do? First of all, you need to measure your distress. So on a scale of 0 to 10, how anxious are you feeling? Now, why do we do this? Because it makes it possible to measure how successful we've been, and at the end of the exercise, you want to measure your distress and see that it's gone down. If it hasn't gone down, just repeat the exercise until it does go down. So once we have measured our distress, say I'm feeling really anxious about this pandemic, from 0 to 10, how anxious are you? 5, 10, 4, 9, whatever it may be. Then what we want to do is we want to have the setup statement and tap the character chart point. So the setup statement is the statement we say at the beginning, and it's got to do with acceptance. Because if you don't accept how you're feeling right now, you can't change. Acceptance is step number one. So in this case, and in the setup statement would be, even though, and then you mention what the problem is. So say that it's anxiety about the pandemic. Even though I'm feeling really anxious about this pandemic, I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Even though I'm really scared about this pandemic, I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Even though I'm anxious and scared about this pandemic, I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. So you repeat that 3 times to set it all up. Then you have to start with releasing the pent-up negative feelings. We want to release this negativity, let it out of our minds, out there. Okay, so it's out. It's not in anymore. We let it out. So don't filter what you're going to say. Feel the words. Really allow yourself, if you're feeling distressed and emotional and crying, that's fine. Just keep going through the exercise. So we want to start with the top of the head, and we want to go down all of the points again and again and again until we've released all of these yucky feelings. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example in a moment. And then once we've done that, when we feel, okay, it's all gone now, I really feel like, whew, I let it all out. And it might take a while to do that. You might have to go through again and again and again around. Then you take a nice deep breath and you let it all go. And then you go to the choice rounds. Now the choice rounds mean that you are choosing what to focus on, right? Because when you focus on something, it expands. So you want to release the negative feelings, and then you want to focus on something that is life-affirming, helpful, that is going to make you feel better. So these always will involve words such as, I choose to let this go. It's safe to let it go. I let it go now. But also use your own words. It needs to be something you really feel inside. And again, I'm going to give you an example in a moment. Once you feel that this is worked, and it again might take quite a while, quite a lot of rounds, then you again take a deep breath in, you let it all go, and then you just measure your level of distress and make sure it's gone down. If it hasn't, start again from the beginning, releasing the negative feelings, taking a deep breath, going for the choice round, and then measuring again. So that's basically the way it works. Now, to give you an example, right? At the moment, I'm a little bit worried about my boyfriend because, he's out there working every day and he could catch this disease, and that would be, very scary for me. So when I think about it, my level of distress right now, it's around maybe 5, 6, okay? So what do? I start with the character chart point and I go through the setup statement. So I say something like, even though I'm really worried about him, I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Even though I'm really worried he might catch this disease and die, deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Even though I'm feeling really anxious about his health right now, I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Okay, really try and really feel it though. Really go into the feeling. Even if it's negative, let it out. It's better out than in. Okay, and then you go through the negative release. So I'll give you an example. Take your time. Could be something like, oh my God, I'm so tense. I'm so anxious about this. What if he catches it? Oh God, if he caught it, I'd just be miserable. Oh my God, and what if he does? Oh my God, I couldn't cope with that. I couldn't cope with that. No, I couldn't cope with that. Oh my God, I feel so anxious right now. And you keep going, okay? Oh, fix my hair. You keep going and really try and go into the feeling. And at some point you may maybe feel silly and you may think, oh, this isn't working. Okay, if that's happening, tap on that. Oh God, this isn't working. I'm not even capable of doing this exercise. You know, you can be really negative. It doesn't matter. Just release it. Oh, this is so stupid. It's never going to work, etc. And then if you keep going, it will shift. Once you feel you have released all of this negativity, then take a deep breath in. Let it out. You may take more than one if you need to. And then go through the choice. So, I'll give you an example. I choose to let this go. I choose to let this go. It's safe to let it go. It's time to let it go. No matter what happens, I'll be okay. I can deal with this. I am strong. I will survive. No matter what, I will survive. I'll be okay. Whatever it may be for you. Maybe for you it's something else, okay? But what matters is that you're really connecting to your truth. You're taking responsibility for where you focus your mind on, and that will change the way you feel. And then at the end, you measure. Again, you take a deep breath. And then you measure the distress. Okay, where is it now? Oh, it's more like a 4. Okay, well, maybe I need to keep going. So in the next video, I will talk about one more way of diffusing anxiety. I'll talk about NLP submodalities and many other things. So just follow my page, Hypnotic Healing, so you can be notified of the Facebook Lives. And also I will be giving away hypnotic recordings on how to boost the immune systems and how to calm down and times of stress, and actual hypnotic recording for free. And the other thing is, if you are free on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. London time, I will be giving a meditation, a free secular meditation can also be a medication of the mind. So join me for that. It'd be lovely to see you. I think it's really important in this time to really be together, be positive as much as we can, laugh as much as we can, even though, you know, it is very distressing. But when we are fearful, our immune system goes down. We want to boost it instead. So try and really think about things that are going to make you feel good. So I hope this video has been helpful, and see you in the next one.